I want to be very clear. The scope of these measures will be time-limited, geographically targeted, as well as reasonable and proportionate.
Wow. So that's right there, Justin Trudeau announcing the martial law in effect. It's just crazy. It's just so crazy. Martial law in effect in Canada. This is Canada. But they are done with the truckers. That's what it is. Welcome back to the show. It's their emergency powers. They say that the measures are temporary, but you know what? That's what they said when it was 15 days to slow the spread, remember? When it was 15 days to slow the spread, that's... So they're cracking down on the Freedom Convoy with martial law. And so the Canadian Civil Liberties Association said government had not met the standard for invoking the Emergency Act. And they said that the act, because it's supposed to deal with threats to sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity. And they had the premiers of Alberta, Manitoba, Quebec, Saskatchewan. They all spoke out against this. And the premiers of these different provinces, it's like the best comparison I can make is they're sort of similar to governors in a way. So you have governors of different states here in the United States. So these premiers of these provinces are kind of like governors in Canada. So these powers, these emergency powers that the Canadian Castro just bestowed upon himself, it allows for them to override anything in these provinces. They can override the provinces with special measures. So it was formerly called the War Measures Act. It's only been used once during a time of peace. This is pretty wild. Because Trudeau would not meet with any of these people protesting. I mean, if it's such a serious issue that you have to declare martial law, and none of the stuff that they were accusing these truckers of doing ever actually, the truckers weren't actually doing it. But you would think if it was serious enough to invoke martial law that you would meet with these people, but they're not. And so they're overriding all of the premiers. And this was the Canadian Civil Liberties group that's it's kind of like ACLU. They're pretty lefty. They said that this is too far and that the Canadian government hasn't even met this. They have not met this. He thinks that the people, I guess, that were playing hockey in the streets and that were serving soup at the little well-made, by the way, makeshift kitchens, the soup kitchens, they believe that this was, they're all terrorists, because that's essentially what he said when he was talking about this. That's pretty much what he said.